Darn. Guys, how good is a good old Wonder Bar? Hey? Still a good old classic. Sorry that I started eating that as I started recording, but guys, I have to multitask, you know what I mean? I'm in the Jeep Wrangler, and the one issue that I have already are these like door pockets that are like the string, the netting. Cool, I couldn't get my water bottle out. Thank you, bye. I was at Roadworks, guys. Now this is in fact water. I know that it looks like I'm, downing a half jack of vodka. I'll leave you guessing as to whether you think maybe I am doing that. It does say water on it though. So, take it as you want. Right, so the Jeep Wrangler. What an icon, hey? But also, you see now, I put it back in the thing. This is for me, kind of a little bit of a poser car, because either you're buying it because you are a hardcore off-roader, or you're buying it because you want to look like you're a hardcore off-roader, but in actual fact, you've never even put your foot on a piece of, sand or gravel. I mean, not to that extreme, but yeah. But it is such an iconic, desirable car, and it has been since 1986 when it was revealed. Since then, that model, well, the Jeep Wrangler was essentially, Jeep has sold more than 5 million units. But what is interesting is Jeep tells us that over 4 million of those are actually still on the road. Isn't that interesting? Kind of testament to them, I guess, right? They're unbreakable. Guys, if you're looking for insurance on your car, you want to get some quotes, do what I do. Put your details onto hippo.co.za. I did it with this. I got a bunch of quotes, the cheapest being $849 with an excess of 95. Check it out. You'll find out what your cheap quote is. You can do it too. It's not just me. So this fourth generation has now had this midlife sort of refresh. It means that it now actually has a new turbocharged engine. So that's the big change at the moment. It's got a few tweaks here and there. There's some new colors and a few tech updates, but the big kind of news is that. Still got your Sport Sahara and Rubicon. I'm in a Sahara. Interior-wise, the update is, so you used to get a 7 or an 8.4 inch screen inside, depending on the model. Now you get this 12.3 inch touchscreen, which is all big and fancy. You get 7 USB ports. The Sahara has the leather. And then, by the way, it comes with a hard top. Also, only 4 doors available, okay? You no longer get the 2-door. If you want the soft top, you're paying $60K for that. I don't even know what I've got. Let's see. Okay. Look at me testing out a sunroof. I never do that. Okay. Oh, okay, it's going. Okay, but I'm cruising along the coast. You open it up. This is a vibe. Hey, that's a vibe. Oh. Okay, but it's a vibe for 2 seconds, and then I hate it because now the sun's bothering my head. Whoa. Oh, it is good. Hey, it sounds like I don't know if you could hear that, but it sounded like an aeroplane, right? Also, why this Uber is driving on my ass. Come on. So the big thing I think about Jeep nowadays is the fact that they are more luxurious. And I feel like that term maybe shouldn't be used. Luxurious for me is if you're going to be in the Defender, the new Defender or a Prado or something. That's got a really luxurious feel. This doesn't. It's certainly up from its utilitarian self, a former self. And it's got all the sort of creature comforts that you'd want and need, a wireless auto, what are those things called? Wireless play, CarPlay, Android Auto. This has got heated seats. It's got those sorts of things, but overall from a touch point of view, from a feel point of view, it's not soft and lovely and luxurious. It's still hard and harder, than some of the others out there. So, like I said, there's a new engine. Gone is the 3.6 litre naturally aspirated engine, and in its place is a 2 litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol, 200 kilowatts of power, 400 newton meters of torque. So it's down on power but up on torque, okay, from that previous model or previous engine, mated to an 8-speed auto. Now, it is very punchy. I find with the drive, the steering is very vague, and it's interesting. Oh my gosh, sorry guys, I'm burping up that wonder wall. On the launch, we drove like 9 hours in this car, like on all sorts of terrain and like long haul, like a really long road trip and a lot of 4x4ing. And I felt it then a little bit, but we were very much off-road and very much like on an adventure, which is what this car's built for, and they designed that launch around it like really well. What's happened now is I've gotten this for my everyday driving, and this is why I love doing maybe like 2 different reviews, but you know, doing a more intense review after a launch, because I don't think a launch can always give you the best sort of intel, if you will, because yes, they did it what they should have done with this car, and so that if you're doing that with this car, and if that's your sort of reason for buying it, perfect. If you're going to buy this for everyday, it's not amazing on road. It's not amazing for everyday driving and everyday commuting. It's quite wallowy. It's, like I say, the steering quite vague. It's, you know, you bounce around in it. It's very much like a Jimny, that same concept of it's amazing off-road. Like it's almost unbeatable off-road, but it's horrific on-road. So it's kind of the car that you want at your holiday house and not having to drive to your holiday house in it, you know, or you want it where you're going off-roading and all that jazz. So it's not to say it's terrible. Like I see the appeal of this. Like again, if you live on the coast and you go surfing and stuff, my goodness, what a lovely car. Like lekker to have. For the feel, I can see that desirability. But as a comfortable kind of, you know, everyday car, luxurious, no, just no. So it's got full-time all-wheel drive with a 2-speed transfer case. The Rubicon has the front and rear diff lock that is paired to Jeep's Rock Track 4-wheel drive system. But as we know, it's just so capable. I really did a lot of off-roading, like fun stuff, and we went like duning, and it was amazing. Like it was really fun. I never at all felt like this car wasn't capable. I had like amazing amounts of confidence in this car whilst off-roading and 4x4ing, which is maybe dangerous for your passenger and bystanders, but for me, I had a great time. So price rise. So it's at 1.2 million for the Sport, but it's only 100,000 rand more. And I say only 100,000 rand, like everyone's got that lying around, but if you're in the mills, I think you do. So it's only 100,000 rand more for the Rubicon. 50k less from the Rubicon is the Sahara. My recommendation is go the full hog. If you are shopping in the millions, go for Rubicon. Why not? Why wouldn't you? Like, it's got all the extras that you want. Like this, you can tell, okay, this has got 18-inch alloys. The Rubicon has got the 17-inch multi-terrain, obviously smarter, to have that if you're going to be going off-road and stuff. However, again, on-road might feel a bit different for you. So, I mean, maybe go drive them all if you like, but my suggestion would be to just spend the money and get the extra. Otherwise, save 50k and get the Sahara, because it's got, like I said, the creature comforts and stuff. This is a very specific customer. I don't think I can convince somebody to get a Jeep. Jeeps are loved. They are iconic. Customers who have Jeeps love Jeeps, and it's a whole lifestyle thing. It's like a Jimny. It's got charm, and I know I'm comparing them, but because there's nothing like a Jimny and there's nothing like a Wrangler. They are in a class of their own, each in their own, and that's why I compare them. They're obviously nowhere near each other in pricing and stuff, but just from a principle point of view. And so, yeah, I think this, I mean, I don't know, people are very concerned about Jeep and where it's going in South Africa and can you get parts and stuff. I feel like that's always been a thing. But if you are a Jeep fan, this update, this new engine, fab. But for every day, no thanks. Look at me, hitting a bit of off-road for you. Literally just gravel. Don't say I don't do a lot for you though.
Okay, I forgot to talk about the fuel consumption, but I'm not sure if you're going to be that phased by that if you're shopping for a Jeep. But I've been sitting at about 12.1 liters per 100 Ks. I think it's claimed at about 11 or so if I'm not mistaken. That might be wrong. But I would just say bang on over 10. Just bank on over 10. So then you know.